Hey, y'all, part two is a little more straightforward. Don't overthink this. Most of the information for this second table is in the footnotes right here. Again, we have our job titles, we have our reported salary. It's important to know that you obviously want to read up more about standard deduction versus itemized deductions and which one pays more, but most people are going to opt for the standard deduction when figuring their taxes. And typically this goes up just a little bit each year. This past year it was $12,550. So literally your standard deduction is going to be $12,550. This entire column is going to be that same number. To get the taxable income, the amount that you're going to be paying federal tax on, again, the formula is down here. Taxable income is the salary. Whatever the salary is, we're going to subtract the deduction of $12,550, and that gives us the taxable income amount. So as you can see, for theatrical makeup artist, standard deduction $12,550. Subtract that from the salary, we get $29,160. So that kind of gets you started. The amount of tax responsible. So we've got our handy table down here. It tells you the different ranges. So in this case, obviously, $29,160. That is going to fall in this tax bracket. So we're going to be paying 12% tax. So you're going to multiply the X value, which I've already forgotten what it is, 29,160. You're going to multiply that by 0.12, and that's going to give you your tax responsibility. So as you can see, I multiplied 29,160 by 0.12, so it's just about $3,500, $34.99 and 20 cents to be exact. And then these last three columns we're going to figure very similar to how we figured the last three columns in part one. We're obviously going to divide the original salary by the amount you were paying in taxes. And of course, this is just federal taxes. Some states have a state income tax. So obviously, depending on where you live, you would have to factor that in. As you can see, we're not factoring that in this table. We're just doing federal taxes. The state and city there is just kind of food for thought. I encourage you to read up on which states have a state income tax and which do not. These last three columns, same thing. Biweekly withholdings. Remember, that is every 2-week pay period. They want to know how much of this amount shows up each one of those 2-week pay periods, and obviously how much of that shows up in the 12 monthly pay periods. Reach out if you have any questions on part two.